fucking mic.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, I guess we're...
Sorry, hold on, wait. Let me think.
Okay.
Give me something.
Pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm Sam and...
No.
he's
I
Mike.
wanna.
Okay,
I
fucking
wanna
go.
tell a story.
Okay, tell a story.
I don't know. Just give me a scenario, and something will come to my head.
Pizza.
Pizza. Okay, I got it. No, I don't have it. Oh my God, we're so unprofessional.
Okay, my name is Sam and that's Mike and we're 11 and 7.
And we're unprofessional.
And we're just killing time, like I said.
Sorry about that.
All right, well,
Is this really gonna be the intro?
this is gonna be the fucking intro.
Sorry.
Dumbass.
Maybe
you know?
we'll edit one in later.
No, we're not. But yeah, on the other booth, we
You can hear
have-
us laughing all the way from
The iconic laugh.
Yeah.
all the way from Jersey Mike's.
Woo!
It's
Sponsor
Nick.
us, please.
Nick
It's
D'Amato.
Nick
Yeah,
D'Amato
word.
from.
Hi guys, I'm Nick.
Yep.
I'm from Ant Photos. You
Yep.
can find us on Instagram at All Natural Toxins.
Yes.
We do
Check.
pretty much style photography, baby photography, wedding photography, anything you need. We've done bands,
Mhm.
and now we're here on the 11 to 7 podcast, man.
I'll need you
It's
for
gonna
my
be
wedding. I'm thinking of proposing soon.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh,
get
nice,
married?
nice.
No, I'm not really.
So when are you gonna drop the big
The question?
the question?
I don't know the time. The time feels right now, but she doesn't want to move in together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, cause taxes are.
Taxes, yeah.
Taxes are
Taxes-
high,
tax
man. Property
purposes.
taxes are
Yeah.
huge.
But anyways, we have a special fucking episode today.
Yeah, it's very special.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the infamous. Is it famous or infamous?
I mean, probably infamous.
yeah, infamous.
I guess. Because
Murder icon. No, he's. I guess not really an icon.
I mean, in
Maybe
some ways he
in
is.
some ways, yeah.
I'd look up to him if I was a murderer.
And his name
Yeah.
is Michael Perez.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I'm kidding.
That's another
Who are we
episode.
talking about? Nick.
So today we're talking about Ted Bundy.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Teddy.
My boy Teddy.
Ted Bundy.
Teddy Bundy.
Who is he? Tell us about
Pretty
him.
much one of the staple serial killers, man.
Never
Oh,
heard
shit.
of him.
Killed over 30 people
Oh shit.
They
That's
said
it?
That's it.
that they know of,
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, because
that they proved.
it's basically only girls, right?
Yeah, they said he had like a type,
What a bunch of
that he had like
sexists.
a type, but like if you listen to people, the way they talk about the guy is like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
people who knew him from when he was younger are always like, there's no way this guy could do this, and then other people who have like met the guy face to face say that like he's like this evil person,
Yeah.
and that all like everything he gives is bullshit.
Oh, so he's like a psychopath. He
Yeah.
hides his things.
He was always like beating around the bush. If he was asked a question, he would try to like sway you in a different direction to get you on his side.
He was like charming. I know he had like good looks. Well, I looked at pictures of him. He's kind of ugly.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Like people said, "Oh, man, he's such a good-looking guy." And
the
everything.
fact that they are having Zac Efron play this guy in a movie is
they
Oh
are.
my
Wait,
God.
it's gonna be a movie.
Troy Bolton.
yeah. The
Oh, I
fact
love
that they're
him.
having him play him in a movie is insane.
You know what the the victim said?
What?
And the thing, we're all in this together.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
that's what they said when they
Yeah,
were
that's
dead.
what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's playing Ted Bundy, and I believe Lily Collins is playing the girlfriend,
Oh,
which is
nice.
crazy because his girlfriend turned him in, man.
really?
Pretty much.
That's
Oh
crazy.
shit.
They like had word that there was this guy named Ted. Like they only had a first name, I think, when they first went about catching him.
Mm-hmm.
But like they said that people slowly in like 2 counties right next to each other started to disappear.
Where did this happen? I mean, you're gonna tell us, anyways. Yeah.
Where did it happen? I think it was like down in like Virginia or
Oh,
something
I
like
thought it
that.
happened in New Jersey.
No.
No, it was like a very woodsy
Oh, okay.
area, like because
Nice.
they said they would take people like up the mountains. Like
Oh,
he was brutally abducting people,
That's
which was
crazy.
insane.
Damn.
Did they at least did he at least feed them before? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I
why would he
hope.
feed
I
them?
doubt he was taking people on dates. I mean,
Yeah.
if you could save the money.
That's right. What the fuck?
So
Maybe-
shut up. not you, Sam. So say I'm a girl that would go out with Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
What would the casual night be for him as the murderer?
He wouldn't even like ask people out. It was very odd. He would kind of like
He would just go up to girls like
plan.
in the
Yeah,
middle of
it
the
was.
night?
He would very like like I don't want to say submissive that he was, but like he acted as if like he was weak and like they weren't like they didn't think this guy would do anything bad to them.
Yeah.
Like
And
Mike.
he would like walk up to people with like fake slings on his arm and ask
Oh,
them to
shit.
come help him like carry his
Yeah.
whatever to his car that he was moving or whatever.
Yeah.
And people would fall for it because the guy looked nice, and
Mm-hmm.
he said that like he would like just like when confessing they had because he pretty much confessed. I think he confessed to 30,
30.
Oh, the
but
30.
he was like charged with like 50
Wow.
because the very last person he killed was like a little girl.
Oh, damn.
Like she was like
That's-
13. But like before that, everybody that they had accused him of was like college girls or like these like he had a very like I said, he had a physical type. So
Yeah.
like they were all like brunette white girls, like
Oh, shit.
all college girls, like
How old was he?
co-eds. I think at the time that he was doing all this, he had to have been like late 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So,
Maybe
like,
early 30s.
how did it start?
Pretty much there was this one girl that he abducted. She was a college student, and she said that she was out that night before and she was going home. This one's odd because this is one of the people he didn't interact with when first meeting.
Okay.
He broke into the sorority house.
Okay.
Like he must have been staking it out, saw that they left a door open or something.
Yeah.
And they said that he snuck in through a back door. And while the girl was sleeping, he cracked her on like the head with a crowbar or something.
Mm.
Just because she was his type.
Yeah. And then like he would like take these people to his car.
Mm-hmm.
They said he carried this girl out of her bedroom. What he did first, I'm sorry, let me go. This is crazy because just
Yeah.
thinking about it is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went into the house, apparently hit her. So like, from what it seems like, there was other rooms on the floor. So he hit her while she was sleeping, therefore she didn't make any noise or
Yeah.
anything. They said he made the bed in like a military fashion.
Oh, yeah. He's clean.
They said that he took the sweater that she was wearing and like all the clothes she had on or whatever like was important, like her jacket and stuff,
Mhm.
and hung everything up in her closet
Oh, it's so nice of him.
and like tried to make
Very
it look like
courteous.
nothing happened. But they said like the girl was a super responsible girl.
Mm-hmm.
So like they were like she would have called somebody had she not come home or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and she had a job that she was supposed to go to the next day and they said she didn't show up for work and
Yeah.
apparently he carried her right out the front door, down the front steps and put her in the passenger seat of his car.
There was no like trace, like footprints.
I
no,
think
nothing?
what happened is they said that underneath all the sheets on the bed that there had been a blood stain that like since he made the bed he covered it up.
I see.
But I thought that was the first one, and I think soon thereafter, like the second girl was in the same county. Another
so-
college girl.
Wait. So was it?
hold on.
Maybe it was just time of the month or something. The blood stains.
Can you shut up? I asked a question first. Hold on. So he hit her while she was in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made all her like he organized everything in her room.
Yeah, he tried to like kind of like clean it up and just make it look like no one was there, so that if anybody did come into the room at first glance.
That's right, cause usually like in a murder scene, there's like the fucking everything's like all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they put the markers down on things they think could be evidence and stuff like that. And,
So after he hit her, did she die there, or he took her somewhere and then killed her?
No.
I mean, different autopsy reports are
Yeah.
different, like depending on what he did to certain people. Like,
Well, where did they find the body?
they found a couple of the bodies scattered like in the woods, because after he did it a couple of times, it was very weird.
Yeah.
Because he would do it, and then you wouldn't hear any activity of anything for like maybe a month,
Yeah.
and then he would do it again, and
Ah,
then
I
like
see.
he would wait a little bit and do it again.
Lay low and shit.
Yeah, he would like try to lay low and bury his tracks, and like hearing the guy talk, he was a very like egotistical person.
I see.
He was always talking about himself. He was always trying to get people on his side
Mm-hmm.
because he knew that like to people back then he was looked on as attractive,
Oh yeah.
which I don't get.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mike's attractive.
Yeah, I'm attractive
Yeah.
as Ted Bundy.
Yeah, but then he had a girlfriend, Elizabeth, I think was her name.
Mhm.
That's who Lily Collins is playing, who he had like started seeing, and that was when I believe he went up to someone on a beach and like just asked that person to come help him with something in his car.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of people saw the interaction and stuff like that, and
It's a trap.
it was totally a trap, because when they got to the car, apparently he just hit her,
Mm-hmm.
threw her in the car, and dipped. And all of her stuff was still at the beach, her bike, her car.
Yeah.
What
Her
did he use
bag.
to hit the
They usually it was a crowbar,
Oh shit.
or like he would use like trunks of trees.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was crazy. They
Just put
said
in your
that
back
when
pocket,
they
you're
first
good.
like started investigating him or started looking into actually him, because for a while people were just disappearing. They had no idea. They didn't have a face
Yeah.
to match with anybody. They didn't have a name. They didn't have a description. People were just disappearing.
They had no prime suspect.
Yeah. And then the whole beach scenario, someone heard him walk up to this girl and introduce himself as Ted.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Zac Efron kind of looks like him.
A little bit, right? They did a really good job of
Let me
making
see.
him look like him.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's actually really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Wow.
Wow.
When do you know when it comes out?
I believe they just recently did the Sundance Film Festival. I think it should come out in probably like a month or two.
Oh, nice.
I think they were like waiting a little bit because they did the Netflix series and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were like trying to lay low, so not all this material was coming out.
Definitely, yeah.
From the Netflix series, they basically just gave an overview.
Not much an overview. It was kind of the first time they ever released the audio
Oh, yeah,
of
the audio,
him
yeah.
talking about
Oh
it.
shit, there's audio of him talking.
Yeah.
Like about
Because they
confessing?
had a reporter go into the prison where he was staying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because this guy, you got to remember, he escaped prison twice,
He
if
did?
not
Oh,
3
shit.
times,
Oh my
I
God.
think.
That's crazy.
Wow.
They said the first time he had access, they had access to the library because while he was in prison, he was studying to be a lawyer.
Mm.
So, and he was like big in politics.
Okay.
So, he was trying to represent himself in his own murder trials,
Oh wow.
Didn't
which
work out
like
in the end.
people assumed that the guy was like in the head messed up,
Mm-hmm.
but like some other people think that this was just a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very odd because he spoke like you would never even think this
yeah,
guy
you would
was
never
skipping a
think.
beat.
Yep.
He was always like very well put together, very organized. He spoke super smart.
Wow. Never tell.
Yeah, you would never
Nowadays.
tell.
Can you find a clip of him talking, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will.
sometimes if you look,
No.
I know they did like a 20 for 20 about him too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was on YouTube. I think they put that up there.
Oh, sorry, copyright. He just told me about.
Yeah.
But basically after the whole trial, how long did that last? Like a couple of years?
Yeah, definitely.
Um, He
'cause-
died, right? He in death
Well,
penalty.
Let him tell the story.
Sorry.
Let him tell
Yeah,
the story.
yeah, death penalty.
Death
They
penalty?
because he tried to fight it for a really long time.
Yeah.
The death penalty,
Oh shit.
and like they didn't like he wasn't trying to die.
Nope. I don't think
It was
anybody wants
odd
to
though
die.
because towards the end of his like sentencing and when they were finally making all the calls,
Mhm.
he had only been convicted of 2 murders.
Yeah. So they can't really get him.
They really can't prove the other ones. Like they can, but they can't. There's no like hard evidence.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But they said when he first slipped up, one of his victims that he tried to abduct got away.
Okay.
I think she's still alive to this day. She was actually in the thing they did on Netflix.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
nice.
So they have her talk a couple of times. But she
Mhm.
said that he like the same thing. He followed her into the mall on like a Friday night and walked up to her and said that like, "Hi, I'm a cop. And like someone tried to break into your car in the parking lot. Would you just come outside with us to like
Oh shit.
see if anything's missing out of your car, kind of?"
Mhm.
And she said that she
Wow.
went with him because he seemed like pretty
How did he know?
believable. This guy was probably stalking people, watching people. They said he really enjoyed the night because he could move around and not be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the dude drove a yellow or like a light dust blue Volkswagen Bug.
Oh.
So it was like very, very like
This guy.
you would see that car.
It's crazy.
After on the beach when he abducted the girl, was he with his girlfriend?
Was he dating her like at that
No,
time?
his last girlfriend that turned him in.
Yeah, which is the odd thing I never got. He never did anything to her. She had a daughter too. He never did anything to the daughter.
Lived another life.
It was very weird. They
Yeah.
said
Oh,
that
yeah.
he was a super big family member. She said like when she called in, that was when the name got released, like the Ted name, and she had
Mhm.
noticed some like suspicious behavior coming from him.
Yeah.
So they have like a whole recording of her calling the cops and saying like, "Hi, my
no.
boyfriend is acting weird, and I believe he might be this guy who's they're questioning." That was when they first started looking into him.
She's a snitch.
He might have like got with her. She is a snitch. He might have got with her as like maybe a ruse,
Or, like,
saying like,
cover.
"Oh, I have a girlfriend and she has a kid and I'm living with them. Why would I do that?"
Yeah.
Just to like try to throw him
Yeah.
off and
Yeah.
everything.
like while he was in jail, I think, because he had, in like a 4-month span, abducted like 38 people,
Oh my God.
which is crazy.
Like one every other day.
And they said that if he failed or if he like ever didn't succeed at one, he would get so pissed and go just do it again.
Yeah. Overtime. Work
The
overtime.
girl, what happened is he got her into her car. He was like, well, if you want, like, could you drive down the police station with me in my car, and we'll go like file a complaint against the person. We have him downtown, like kind of whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She got in the car with him. She was like, I thought it was weird that he was driving a Volkswagen, but like he might be undercover, so I asked to see a badge.
Yeah.
And he showed her a badge.
Oh,
So
shit.
this guy was so ready for this.
my
Like
God.
he had a badge in his wallet, like a fake badge, waiting, and
What a great actor.
she got in the car with him, and he apparently, while she was in the car, clicked a handcuff onto her and tried to like cuff her, I guess, to the steering wheel or to the car, or to, like just cuff her.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get the other one on, and she got out of the car
Oh, damn.
Crazy.
and like just took off. And he apparently got out of the car with a crowbar and started chasing her. And she got away. She said that she ran towards a highway, and there was a car coming, and she just jumped in the car, and it was like an old couple. She was like, "Take me to the police station." They like, drove her away and everything,
Oh, shit.
crazy.
which is
What
crazy. Yeah, yeah. And then they said that 4 hours later, another abduction was attempted, and the person was taken. And in the parking lot of that abduction, they found the keys to the girl handcuffs. They found her handcuff keys.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they were like, "Oh, they're both connected." The guy
That's
just
when they
drove
got
to
him.
another county and
Yeah.
did it again.
That's
I guess when the opportunity presents itself, you gotta take it. But that's in wrong way of.
we could look
thinking,
at that in a couple weeks. But
Yeah. The crazy thing about the movie is if you watch some interviews about like Zac Efron talking about it, people were like kind of against the movie. I thought at 1st to like, because it looked like they were glamorizing it
I
Yeah.
see.
in a way. You have a big star like Zac Efron playing the guy like this and stuff like that. It's crazy. And dude, there were people who still liked him afterwards.
Yeah, they're like patronizing.
Ted Bundy? They liked him?
Man, dude, he when he got convicted of the 2 murders, there was a lady who it was his, I believe he had a kid with her.
yeah.
She was so in love with him that she would go to the prison and visit him.
Yeah, send him letters. And
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah, and stuff like that. And she like knew him, and they would like, she would go visit him all the time. And I guess they like had like conjugal visits.
Oh yeah.
And
But you
she
gotta
had a
be
kid.
married, right? You gotta be married for that, or no?
I think you do, but like, in some of the interviews, she says like people just didn't care.
Oh, I see.
Like they just found a way,
Mhm.
and
yeah.
like guards weren't gonna like get involved or
yeah,
like
yeah.
crazy stuff like that. But
It
I feel like they should have been on top of that.
it reminds me of
well, she was definitely on top of him.
yeah.
What the fuck?
You know how earlier, Sam, you said that he was a psychopath?
Yeah.
Well, recently, like, I watched this documentary about like sociopaths. Basically, sociopath. Do you know the definition of psychopath? Like, just
Maybe. I don't know.
Can you try your best?
Someone that's psycho.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, sociopath is somebody that basically has no empathy for other people, and
no remorse. Or
no remorse,
whatsoever.
no anything. Tries to be likable, and we know Ted Bundy was a psychopath, but perhaps he had some sociopath qualities.
Yeah, absolutely.
All types of paths.
Yeah.
Paths.
They said that like during his trials and stuff, he had such a, like he looked confident. Like he looked like
Yeah.
he
and-
acted as if he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Plus, he was representing himself too,
Yeah.
right? That's crazy.
They said that he had other lawyers there because technically he wasn't allowed to do it alone because he wasn't a legit lawyer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like he had other people with him, but like every time that like evidence was brought up to prove him innocent, or just brought up to prove it like reasonable doubt, like you
Yeah.
had reasonable doubt and they would dismiss it,
Mhm.
he would like get up, say something that would totally like undo what the lawyer just did.
This guy.
Oh my
And he would like, it looked like he was doing it on purpose. Like he would ask like,
So he knew everything
Yeah.
to say.
yeah,
Every counter.
he was just saying like just dumb, and it wasn't, he was just countering himself.
Mhm.
So people were just like, why is he? At one point, he like tried to fire his lawyer in court, and the lawyer walked out. Like he was like, they tried to like get dismissed from the case and get different lawyers for him, and the judge was like, no,
That's like me firing Mike right now. And just walk out.
You
Just
can't
go.
fire me.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Just fucking
Fine,
go.
fuck you.
No kidding. Stay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I think they
What
They-
was the most gruesome murder? If you
Why are you so interested?
about that.
I don't know, man. They were all pretty like very similar.
Very equal.
Yeah, very equal. He did this things like very
Like
the
always
same.
hit them in the head.
Yeah. He was always like a lot of the body parts they found were like skulls that had blunt trauma to the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's like
so he was like cracking people like
he's
crazy.
a vanilla type of guy.
Yeah.
Same stroke, same everything.
After he started to like, I believe what he tried to do is when he was on death row, he tried to say like, if we don't kill me and I stay in jail, I'll cooperate with the FBI to like try and find other killers and help you figure out how people are doing things and like, because when he started doing this, man, no one was doing this type of crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like in I want to say 70s.
I know during that time was like a lot of upbringing of like famous murderers and everything.
Yeah, like Manson and
Oh,
stuff like that,
yeah.
and
So he's a pioneer. He's
Sort
an
of.
innovator.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a way, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
If
He's a role model for other murderers.
For to
No.
be and to do like serially, like just over and
Yeah.
over and over and over, and it was before like computers and
Yeah.
Oh, man.
so you got to think about it is like this is when like the cops were going on legit just evidence. They had no way to track you. They had no way to when they had said the first time he escaped prison, I think he was like they didn't know where he was for like 6 days.
How did he escape?
He jumped out a library window. That was it.
It's that easy.
That's
Wow.
all he did. He
When-
just jumped out the window.
Take notes, Sam.
Oh god.
You'll need it in a couple.
They
years.
did that, and then I believe he said that he like found a cabin in the woods, and he was there for a little bit, but eventually he ran out of food and there was no
Yeah.
heat, and he said he tried to go back into town, and he made it, and he ate,
Nice.
stole a car, and just coincidentally a cop pulled that car over.
What the?
That's crazy.
Wait 1 second. Why don't they have security in like the library window?
Nah, yeah, I don't know.
Did
Well,
he?
this was the 70s.
Did he run out of like books to read? Like maybe he read the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, he was. They only gave him that like right because he was in law school and he wanted to
Ah,
study. He
I
like
see.
used it to his advantage.
I see.
But he was like, I saw multiple opportunities to escape, like just to walk out.
Totally.
He
yeah.
goes, and I just got tired of being locked up.
Mm.
His day job, what was it?
I believe he was just like he worked in politics,
Okay.
Oh.
so he
there
was
you
like
go.
doing things with like business. He like ran campaigns and worked on campaigns and stuff.
This guy.
Oh, so he's used to being two-faced. Like,
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
totally. He was all just had to make himself look good.
Yeah.
That was that was really one of his like bigger qualities that I think made him so successful in what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because,
It's the chin.
yeah, you saw him and you wanted to trust him.
Yeah. You can't not trust wait. What the fuck am I saying? Fuck me.
Just speak. Finish what you're saying.
No, his chin. You can't not trust the guy that has that chin.
Yeah, you can't not trust
You
Zac
can't
Efron.
not- yeah, Zac Efron.
Yeah.
That's
Let me see this guy. Give me there.
well, you can look it up.
I'll look it up. Hold
Fucking
on.
dumbass.
Hold on.
Yeah. Well, continue, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the thing with yeah, he jumped out the library window.
Mm-hmm.
The second time that he escaped, he was like not eating. He would
Oh,
like
shit.
not eat in
He'd
prison.
starve himself.
Yeah, so that he would drop weight.
Yeah.
And they said that he had like this, like where the light fixture was in his cell,
Mm-hmm.
there was like a little square,
Oh.
and he slid through it
Damn.
and up into the apartment that was above him because there was like a jailer's apartment,
Oh shit.
and that's how he got out the second time. They
He
said
went-
that a guard brought him his dinner at night. It looked like he was in the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and the next morning
He's gone.
the food wasn't eaten and he was not even there. It was
Oh,
just a
he-
bunch of books under the blankets.
Oh shit. He went El Chapo on. me.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then that one, he was missing even longer.
Oh shit. How many?
Like I want to say like 15 days maybe.
Oh,
15
shit.
days. Damn. That's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
How'd
and
they
then
find him?
he was trying to like do things like that again. Like he was. It's very weird because a guy like that, like he eventually, if he's free,
Yeah.
he's gonna just
He's
get
gonna do it,
bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he eat though? Like, did he eat?
I'm
at
sure
least?
once he got
Yeah.
out, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Gained all the
He was
weight
probably just like starving himself, so he
Yeah.
dropped and could fit through that hole,
Yeah.
which is a psychopathic thing to do in itself.
Yeah. Where does he get his crowbars? Maybe like Home Depot.
That was the
Maybe.
wild part too, is that when they were talking to him about on his confession tapes, he was saying that like he constantly had to be restocking his
Yeah.
His arsenal.
His like arsenal, yeah. That he was always disposing of evidence. That he always had to replace things.
Different colors.
They said that when they pulled him over the first time, I think he had a crowbar, he had a rope, he had ski masks, and like pantyhose that he would wear over his face.
Oh yeah.
And like ice picks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man, crazy. He said that what he would do is he would like kidnap someone in one county. He said you would kill them in another county.
Oh shit.
He goes, you would drop the body in another county. He goes, and then you would drive the evidence to another county.
Oh fuck. He's well traveled.
Yeah.
I want to see his passport.
Yeah, word. Crazy. And he was driving all this dude, the guy must have spent a shit ton on gas.
Yeah, the miles on that car, man. Fucking god.
Yeah.
I just pulled up this article. It said Ted Bundy has sex with his victims' decapitated corpses. Did you see that in the documentary?
They didn't say that like straightforward like that, but they kind of imply it.
He's a necrophiliac.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, super weird.
This guy is like the worst.
Yeah. They said that people who date, like, they said that they interviewed a girl that he was dating when he was in high school.
Yeah.
They were like swimming in the beach, and he would like hold her head under the water.
Oh fuck.
And like let her back up, and like super sus, man.
Oh my god. Sus Nation.
Super crazy that he would even like and then he described it as like the way they first started to get him to open up and talk about it is they started talking to him in the third person.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is super crazy.
He's fucking full of himself.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah.
So and then they would ask him like in hypotheticals, if someone were to commit these crimes, how would they do it? And he would be like, well, if someone was going to do this, you'd have to go this. And he would like list out all the steps.
How they got him.
And he knew everything. He was like, he goes, and what you would do is you got to leave evidence that has nothing to do with the crime scene.
Oh, what do you call that thing?
He goes to throw them off. He goes, you got to like...
Yeah, there's a term
like
for
a decoy.
That. Yeah, like
he would
a
leave decoy evidence.
In this podcast, My Favorite Murder, they have a word for it. But continue. Either way, I'll look for it.
Oh, they have a word for like what he would do?
Yeah, like a decoy.
Oh, red herring.
Red herring.
Oh,
there
yeah, yeah.
Fucking red herring. There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
But totally
welcome.
stuff to just
throw
them completely off. They said that he had like a super like adaptable look too. Like he had a super plain face.
Yeah, I can see.
So like they said he was always like cutting his hair or switching the way he combed his hair or growing facial hair, because they said they had people who said they saw him. I think they said 9 people saw him that beach thing.
Yes.
They said like people saw him and people were giving like descriptions so they could draw sketches and some of them got like to look really like close to him, but they weren't close. But when they had him in the lineup, that like they said like 7 out of the 9 people said that they didn't see the killer or they didn't see him.
Crazy.
Wow.
Which was crazy. They said they said that he was arrested one day, and that the next day he had to come back for the lineup.
Yeah.
And they said the next day that he was in there, he looked completely different.
Oh, fuck.
They said he shaved, his hair was combed to the other side, he got a haircut, he like stood up straight and like looked all different, and that like people really didn't recognize him.
This guy was really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Either that or people were just really dumb.
Speaking of dumb, Sam. Okay.
Fucking
Secondly,
dumbass. Okay. What?
I was watching this other. I don't know why I watched a lot of Netflix documentaries. It was called. We started watching it one day, Sam, but then we never finished it. It's called Me and You.
Oh yeah.
It's called Abducted in Plain Sight. You ever
Yes.
seen it?
Oh, I've
watched
heard
it-
about that.
the
My
first 2
buddy was
minutes,
telling
what the
me
We
about
watched the
that.
first 2 minutes. We got bored.
Like the intro.
But then I shut up, and then I watched it with my girlfriend, and we were just like, "How dumb are these people?" Basically, the guy, they had a neighbor, and he abducted their oldest daughter, but then to like every night, because he had a prescription from his doctor that he had to go in the daughter's bed, so he slept with the daughter in the bed for like 4 nights a week for like 3 months. And the parents thought, oh no, he's just a good guy and everything. So they,
Oh wait.
This neighbor,
yeah, the
they
neighbor.
let sleep in the bed
Yes.
with their
Wait.
daughter.
There's a prescription from the doctor. How
Yeah,
dumb can...
basically like a fake like, oh, my doctor said this.
My doctor said I must lay with a 17-year-old
Yes.
girl. Like what?
What the
and
fuck?
then,
That's so specific.
he was so like charming to them. He even which is the weird part. He got like the wife to like, and she was like a church girl. He got her like in bed with her. And then he even like, he was driving with the husband one time, and then they were driving down this like long road, and he was like, oh, I'm like depressed and everything, I need somebody. And then he gave him like a hand job inside the car. No, the husband gave the
Neighbor.
the neighbor a
The
hand job.
husband gave-
Yes, he was like, it was the worst sex act ever. And
He was
then
like, "Don't worry, bro, I got you."
What
yeah.
the fuck? What do you watch, Mike?
I don't know. But then the fucking really crazy part is that the daughter that was abducted, he took her on a trip. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take your daughter on a trip. I'll pay for it and everything." And then like
They said
after
yeah?
3 days, they're like, "Oh, I wonder where they are."
That's crazy.
And then they took them like maybe a week and a half to actually call the police and say my daughter's missing. I think it's this guy.
What?
And then the daughter was like young, but she really trusted the guy. So when the daughter was with him in the RV that he took with her, he said that there was like aliens and he had to perform like a mission.
My buddy was telling me about this.
Oh,
Brian was
fuck.
telling me, yeah.
Yeah. So the mission was, you have to have relations with like the what is, I don't know, the
They were like trying. Pretty much, they told her like, if you have like sex with me,
Yeah.
we'll save an alien.
Yeah, we'll
race.
save like the planet or something.
Fucking dumb.
And then so here's the smart part about him. Like, she was like 13, and she's still a virgin. So like her hymen didn't break or whatever. So he would only say, "Oh, I can only go like 1 inch in," so he wouldn't break her like hymen.
So that there was no like trace of that.
Yeah, there was
she
no
abused
evidence
like
that she was sexually abused and everything. And when she finally got home, like after a while, like he was put on trial, but they would have no evidence because
No DNA evidence.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
70s.
Oh, so
Yeah.
DNA wasn't really like that. Well,
I guess.
I mean, DNA really at this point, like DNA doesn't help unless you're in a database.
oh, true.
So like if we committed crimes like someone ripped out a chunk of our hair,
Yeah.
they're really like they wouldn't like they would have the evidence, but it doesn't match a database. They can't match it to someone.
Yeah.
How about fingerprints? Cause I you know the iPhone
Well, yeah, you
things.
can.
I bet you like Apple or whatever I don't know sells or. Like,
I think that's against the law.
Yeah,
Maybe.
totally. It's
Oh,
gotta
totally.
be.
Okay. Yeah.
But then, so basically, then, but right before he was caught by the police with the girl, he told her, "Oh, you can't tell them anything. The aliens, they're gonna kill your family and everything." And the girl, the 13-year-old girl, believed it.
And we're just like, nah, man, we're all good. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then even if she told someone about like aliens and shit, they wouldn't believe her.
Yeah, they would
So
think
this
she
guy
was,
was
like,
like
crazy.
kind of smart.
And telling her this like super super crazy story.
Yeah. But then the people are just so stupid for believing them and trusting him, and the fucking husband gave him a hand job.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
really dumb.
At the point where you're believing that this guy has a prescription to sleep in bed with your daughter,
It's just, yeah.
is so dumb.
Yeah.
It was really dumb. We didn't finish it. Like we stopped after like all the fucking abduction shit.
You think Ted Bundy would do that?
Probably.
Like give
He's a smart
He
guy,
probably
and
wouldn't give
people are
him a
stupid.
shot.
hand-
There'd
yeah.
probably be no conversation with him.
give hand jobs with crowbars?
He's cut straight to the crowbar.
Yeah, that's it.
Sam, what?
Systematic, just
Hand jobs with crowbar.
yeah. I don't know.
What are you into?
Crow jobs. Crow jobs. That's it.
Yeah.
So then after he was caught.
Wait,
and
1
what?
second. Are you fucking telling a story or?
No, I'm asking a question.
Okay.
So after he was caught and everything, and he was put on trial, when did they finally say you're guilty?
Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
It took a little bit because he was doing things to get the cases pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
And like since he was representing himself, he would claim and like argue to the judge that like the conditions that I'm in, you guys are trying to mentally wear me down.
A lot of people try to get out of like the death penalty and everything because of
Their
they say like mental illness,
Yeah.
and then they get put into institutions.
Like insane. They
Yeah.
plead
I mean,
insane.
that was the weird thing about him though, is like anytime he was asked about his past or his childhood or what he felt like in his mind, he would always be like, yeah, no, there was nothing wrong with my childhood. There was like nothing that would lead me to this.
no
Yeah.
abuse. No
Nothing that would like cause me to want to kill people
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that. And it's just super weird that it came from nowhere. They said that at the age of like 13, he found out that he didn't have a father,
okay.
like one that was known. His birth certificate, just they didn't have one. There was no father listed, and he was always like they believed he was angry at his mother for not marrying someone successful so that he could have money.
Yes.
He was always very angry that he was poor, and like, but he claimed that, oh no, my life was fine.
Maybe he has mommy issues.
Yeah, probably.
Since his type was like what is it, college girls and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he just hated women. Don't you
Maybe.
hate women, Sam?
What?
I'm kidding.
What the fuck? I love all women.
Okay. My bad.
Love you guys. What the fuck, Mike?
Yeah, but where did we leave off? Oh yeah, so when did they finally say that he was guilty?
Yeah.
He was trying to get it pushed back for a really long time, and like he wouldn't, like they would try to wake him up in the morning to like act like in jail.
Yes.
And he would like make it such a hard thing, and he would like be late for court, and the judge was like, "Oh, if you're late for my court again, like we're gonna hold you in contempt." And he would look at the judge and be like, "How are you gonna hold me in contempt of court if I'm in jail? Like what are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "You guys are trying to mentally wear me down." And people in the courtroom were like, "Yo, they are trying to wear you down. Like you're right."
Wow.
People were totally
shit.
backing him. People would like laugh at things he said in the court. Like he was this guy people looked up like they were favoring.
Yeah, because he
Wow.
was good looking from, well,
Yeah,
what
I mean,
people
a lot
said.
of people who, like they said, anybody that who he was luring in were all people who must have thought that he was like a nice, handsome dude. Like
Yeah.
people say that he was super handsome, and like girls are like, yeah, there was nothing wrong with him.
You'd never know.
Yeah, and his daughter's like 38 now.
Oh, shit.
She's like alive, like
She's,
with the lady that he had the baby with while he was in
Yeah.
jail, like after he was convicted and everything.
Do you
Yeah.
know, how does she feel about, like, the situation?
Yeah,
I don't know if they have any. I mean, if I was a kid of like a super mass killer, I'd be like, dude, I don't even want to talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
just fucking changing my name
Where
to, like,
I think she still has his name too.
Tedalina Bundy.
Crazy.
Tedalina Bundy.
Yeah.
It's funny, really.
But the fact, I mean, you gotta think about it this way, huh? How sucky does it have to be to have your girlfriend at the time call the cops
Yeah, oh my god.
and be like, yeah, I think my boyfriend's doing this stuff.
That's
They said that he never was like weird to her though. They said that he acted weird, but he never did anything.
Oh, her name's Rose Bundy.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
it. Yo, you're on the same website as me.
Wikipedia.
No.
Yeah, is she like 38 or like
37.
37? Boom.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty close. Wow.
What's her job? Is she a
What does she do?
crowbar specialist?
She is known
She works in a
only.
hardware store.
Oh my god.
She said she lives in privacy and just tries to live a normal life. So
Oh, cool. Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good girl. Doesn't let her dad affect her.
Yeah, definitely.
And then so after everything, like he was late for trial and everything, and then he kept on getting the likable personality from people. Then
Yeah,
what?
yeah. So then in courts they were like just going over the evidence, and they had this girl who said that she saw him, and like she drew a sketch, but it was like she saw him at a distance.
Yes.
So she saw him from like maybe like across the street. And they said the body shape and like the way she described the way he was walking, that it was all Ted Bundy. But the lawyer got up and went, "Did you see his face?" And she was like, "No." And then he was like, "Did you have any direct eye contact with him?" She goes, "No." She goes, "Did you see his hair?" She goes, "No." Like she had no, she just saw like a dude.
Yeah.
She saw a white guy
Yeah.
who slouched when he walked. Like that was kind of all she had. And they were just shutting all of her evidence down.
Oh shit.
And just like anybody who got up, and like Ted would cross-examine people, and certain cops that would come up to the stands, he would be like, "Can you describe what you saw when you first arrived at the scene?"
That's the thing. Back then they didn't have like a Zac Efron. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, he looked like Zac Efron.
Yeah, that would have been probably super easy. He looks like
Yeah.
that actor. You ever see him?
Yeah,
Like
Zac Efron or Troy Bolton.
he looks
or-
like that guy who plays basketball and
Does
does all the
he-
musical theater.
Does he have like a mark or anything in his face?
No, really not. They said like when like pretty much like he would grow a beard on and off,
Oh.
just to like throw certain people off, but nothing that really made him stand out.
Oh damn.
They
Like,
said that he had a very like thin, pointy nose.
Did he have a lot of friends? Like, yo, Corbin Blue. He hangs out with Corbin Blue. Oh, Corbin Blue. Yeah.
I think he had like childhood friends who like knew him, and like as they grow up, he like was very distant to people.
I see. Yeah.
Because they said he never really like, he had certain girlfriends, but he never had like, he was never living with anyone or never
Yeah.
had family, and like he was always very like career driven dude.
Yeah. Crowbar driven.
Yeah, he was trying to be like famous, trying to get mad money, but like there was this dark, crazy side to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, he looks fairly normal. If you ever see the guy
He's a normal
interact,
guy,
and like
yeah.
he looks super like calm and collected
Yeah.
and chill, but like when they talk to him about certain stuff, like you could see that he gets like off on it. Like
Yeah.
he was asking this cop to repeat the same thing. He was like, what did you see when you first walked in? And he was like, well, I found her top was ripped, her head was bashed in, like there was blood over here, there was this over there. And then he would go, can you describe the way you found the body? And like the other lawyer would be like, objection, this is repetition. You're asking the same question over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And he would try to word it in a different way just to get them to say, like, as if he was like proud that like these people were describing what he had done.
Yeah, he's like,
And like he would like refer to everyone that caught him or anyone that talked to him as like he would always go, oh, like these people who caught me were so inferior to me, or they were so stupid. Like they got lucky, and like I only got caught because this cop was lucky enough to pull my car over.
full of shit.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
guy,
He would
man.
totally like talk down on everyone. He thought he was way smarter than everyone.
Yeah.
He thought he would like that he could commit crazy crimes and no one would ever catch him.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And like the FBI would even like he was on the most wanted list.
Wow.
He was definitely like top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, after a certain point, because and then once he escaped from prison, it definitely bumped him up.
Is he on your top 5?
Definitely.
Top 5
Definitely.
murder.
No.
You would have to put him up there like with people just like Manson and
Hitler.
Wayne Gacy, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are like that are people who came after him and like followed this sadistic serial killer like
Yes.
Yeah. And definitely put the guy who gave a hand job. No, it was the guy who got a hand job.
the guy who got a hand
Yeah.
job.
Crow job.
Did that guy come after or before Bundy?
come?
Shut the fuck up. I don't know. It was in the 70s.
Yeah.
So probably maybe around the same time or
Around the same time.
yeah, it's super crazy because like
Maybe.
Oh
they
no
met.
no no! Wait, it was 82. He was caught.
Maybe they met.
oh he was caught in 82.
Yeah.
So probably pretty much around the same time.
Yeah.
They definitely met.
Yeah. They
Different
said
friends.
the very last person that Bundy abducted was like a 12 or 13-year-old girl.
Oh yeah. Talk about that a little.
Let me finish and I'll tell
Go
you
ahead,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
when he got pretty much there soon after when they were like deflecting the evidence and he tried to fire his own lawyer.
Yes.
He was in the trial. He was mad chill. They sent the jury out to like make a decision, and they said they were talking about it for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And they finally came back in. He was guilty of both charges. He was gonna go to jail, and I think they were sentencing him to like death because they had proven 2 murders,
Yes.
and those are 2 pretty like bad murders, 2 pretty gruesome ones. Like people
Yeah.
he was just like they said he broke into a sorority house and just went room to room.
Oh no.
Oh, that's crazy.
And was just like he caught like 4 girls out of the same house, and no one was hearing anything because he was just hitting these girls while they were asleep.
Like Queen.
Yeah, like and no one would even like wake up or like no one would hear anything. And
Did he have like soundproof crowbars?
I don't know that the one that he
That's
broke
not a
into the
thing.
sorority house, I believe he like they had like firewood outside,
Uh-huh.
and he just grabbed like a log
Oh shit.
or like a branch of wood
Yeah.
and like was just hitting people.
Probably like a 2x4 from Home
Yeah.
Depot.
Wow. I had a headache before.
Which is
but-
crazy because you think stores would have like security footage of this
Yeah.
guy going in and buying mass products of ropes and ski
Yeah.
masks.
Well,
and-
and-
They give him business.
Well,
yeah,
this
he would have
wasn't-
to go to different stores all the time probably.
Yeah.
After the second time I saw this guy, I'd be like, weren't you just in here like a month ago
Yeah.
buying
I
all
need
this
another
stuff?
crowbar.
Why do you need another crowbar?
Go Barry.
Crowbar. Crow job.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, so he was out of jail, I believe, on an escape. The second time he escaped,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this girl who went missing near her school. She was like 13, 14, just vanished. Never, like she didn't make it to school, and they didn't find her. And I think eventually they found the body.
Oh shit! How did they find the body? You know?
Like probably in the woods.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would try to like scatter evidence as best he could, but like towards the end, he got super sloppy.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
man.
Just
yeah.
because he wanted to kill people, he was just doing things dumb.
Yeah. Man.
This guy.
Never get sloppy with your murder.
Yeah, like he started off doing it where he was luring people with
Yeah.
him, but like once people knew the name and knew that like they should be on edge,
Yes.
because like women all over the nation in the 70s at that point, people were like, yo, don't go anywhere alone, try not to walk outside, like filled the whole world with this like fear that people were just gonna kidnap you.
Damn.
Oh shit. I'm kidding about the saying never get sloppy with your murder. Don't murder anyone.
I mean, idealistically, you wouldn't want to get sloppy, but like in his case, that's what was his downfall, and
Yeah.
it's what helped them catch him. I mean, anybody who's doing that and doing it like that is gonna
What's his favorite
mess
food?
up. I don't know, man.
Sloppy Joe. I'm fucking done.
Sloppy
really
Joe.
Yeah.
Sloppy Teds. We gotta rename them.
Sloppy
Sloppy
Crow. Sloppy Crow. Crowbar.
He's stupid.
Yeah, but that whole thing with the younger girl happened, and they said that he called the girlfriend
Mhm.
Yeah.
and said like, there's gonna be something that's gonna be released about me, and like it's gonna be really bad,
Mm-hmm.
and I want things to work, and like all this stuff, and he was trying to be real nice, and she would ask him like, what are you telling me? Like, are you telling me like you're messed up in the head? And he would like get super defensive at the snap of like the finger, and he would be like, oh, back off, like stop asking me all these questions. And then he would stop, and then the next day she would get another collect call, because he was calling collect from like payphones to talk to her, and he would be like, yeah, I am sick, and I feel like I need to do this, but every time I do it, I feel like if I do it one more time, it'll be the last time. It's kind of like he's like thinking, I'll be fulfilled if I kill this person, and I won't have a need to do it again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But every single time, the need kept coming back. So there was
yeah.
something messed up in the guy that he had this need to do this.
Yeah. Like that adrenaline he
Yeah,
feels
and then they
when he's
finally
free.
convicted him of those 2 murders, and he was in jail, and that's when he started the whole "you're not going to kill me" kind of thing. Like, I'll be in jail, you're not going to kill me.
I'll confess and
Yeah, and
hopefully-
he was kind of helping people, and like in his cells, they said he had like newspaper clippings of other things that were going on that were similar to the things he was doing.
Yeah.
And I believe they said there was a connection with him and Manson. That Manson said that like some of his like, I don't want to say inspiration, but I guess that came from Ted Bundy.
Wow.
Because you gotta think about it, Manson is probably almost up there at the same level
Yeah.
as Bundy, because this
Yeah.
is a guy who killed all these people and didn't even do it himself. He was convincing these people that they would sacrifice themselves,
Yeah.
which is just like that whole save the alien race thing.
Yeah. Just hypnotize.
But yeah, you're hypnotizing these like naive people, and
Yeah.
like if you're attacking college girls who were like girls in college kids aren't smart.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, you know that.
Well, I know from you.
So like
Not
when you
that
think about it like that, is like you think you're being nice, and this dude's gonna just snap and go
Yeah.
off on you.
That's why stranger danger.
You
don't
gotta
trust
watch out
anyone.
for everybody.
Yeah. That's pretty much what that era and this whole thing, like he brought that to light.
Mm-hmm.
That like, yo, anybody could be doing this.
So thank you, Ted. I'm kidding.
Thank you.
No. I'm kidding.
Well, no, we could get some good out of this. Like,
No.
we should guess.
Well, I mean, kind of, because
Kind-
he was what helped the FBI realize they needed to step up their game.
yeah.
That's true.
The
But-
fact that like this guy was making all these phone calls, doing all this stuff, going to all these places, and they had no idea.
That's every time something bad has to happen, like for there to be good.
Yeah.
Like, to realize.
Well, it makes people think, like, what if this happens to me? They just
Yeah.
wanna look out for themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. True.
Yeah, people were super on edge after that, and like
Mhm.
that's why it was harder for him to get people, and why he got more violent with the way he was doing things, and like more just
Yeah.
he was acting on like pure instinct.
So he just like basically abducted the little girl and then.
Yeah, they said they found the body just like all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So after this murder, people were aware.
Well, this one was what like got people so in an uproar,
Oh shit.
because like people were saying like, oh, this guy was in the wrong place at the wrong time, or people are thinking this guy Ted is another guy Ted, and this guy's just getting screwed in the situation. These were the
Yeah.
people who were trying to support the cause
Mm-hmm.
in a way, and like say that he didn't do anything wrong, or that he would never hurt anyone. People were like flying, like friends that he had as a kid were flying in to see him and like try to help him through it. But like it's very odd, because to this day people have mixed reviews on him. Like people still don't know if he was just
Like on Yelp.
a bad guy and
Yeah.
evil, or if he had something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to assume that he had something wrong, but the guy did a damn good job of not showing it.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I mean, like, at least when he was in front of the press, or like,
Give that man.
they
an
said they
Oscar.
tried to avoid keeping, after a while, when he was in jail and they were trying to bring the charges on him, they tried to keep him out of the eyes of the camera as much as they could.
Yeah.
Because they knew if
He
this
loved
guy
it.
had a chance to talk, he would just talk someone's ear off and make them like him.
He loved the attention.
Yeah, he was super attention crazed.
Yeah.
It was almost as if he was killing people to get people to go, oh my God, did you hear about that guy Ted Bundy who was doing all this? He had like a need to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
He got a rise off of it.
He got a boner out of it.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
Crow boner.
Crow boner.
There you go.
So then, I think the end of that would be, they killed him.
Yeah, man. He I believe he got death penalty.
Yeah.
That was how it ended. But
Definitely.
Oh shit.
because at first they were just like kind of telling him like, look, this is what we can do to you, and if you resist this, these are the things that we can use on you to, like dude, I'm sure they were telling him like when he was on death row, they were probably like, yo, if you do not get in this and go about it how we're gonna do it, we have every right to, if you try to get up and run, blow your brains out probably.
Yeah.
Or we can tase you, we can tie you, your cuff your hands, cuff your feet, like they could probably put him in one of those Hannibal Lecter masks and stuff like that and put him on like a Gertie, and at that point he had like no freedom whatsoever, and people didn't even care.
When he went to jail, was he in like general population?
At the beginning he was, because they couldn't prove him of anything.
Okay.
But after they did prove him, he was put like in a cell by himself, and then he escaped twice. So at that point you got to put a guy like that in this, it's like a solitary confinement.
Yeah.
And then like they put him in like a room that had no
windows,
no access to the outside world, kind of like a dirty ass room. And he thought like that he was being mistreated.
Yeah.
Which was super weird. He was like, you guys are taking my humanity away, like my morality, like my rights. And like people were looking at him like, dude, what did you expect?
Hey, you took away 38 bodies.
Yeah, man.
30.
Like you were doing this and you think that we owe you something?
Yeah.
Like you think that you're still owed this freedom.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The fact that we popped your trunk and found crowbars and masks and everything says you're a creep off the bat.
Yeah.
There's nothing a trial's gonna do. Like explain that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what he probably did was like buy the crowbar and return it after 7 days.
Return policy?
Yeah, return policy.
Like a GameStop video game?
Yeah, that'd be smart.
No, but they don't sell for like 1 cent, a cent. Like all the used games, they sell for like 10 cents, man. At GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Unless you get a store credit.
Yeah, that's right. So he probably got store credit from Home Depot.
He was like, I'm actually just gonna go pick a different one. This
Yeah.
one doesn't really work well.
No,
There's a dent in it.
Yeah. For
I
some
bent
reason.
it.
I have his last words here if you'd like to hear them.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, definitely.
What do you think he said?
Knowing, if you know the story and know how he was, he probably tried to make himself sound good.
Yeah.
Like people didn't understand me,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, he said, Jim and Fred, which are the executioners,
Mm-hmm.
I like to give you my love to my family and friends. That's it. He died at 7 a.m. on January 24th, 1989, strapped into an electric chair at the Stark State Prison in Florida.
Wow.
So he was given a death penalty, and
He was how old when he died? What was the age?
what is it? It's
I think he was in like 38 or
he's
something.
45, 43.
I don't know
45.
why, but 38 is a prominent number. In my
Yeah.
head. I have no
38.
idea.
Why do we remember that number, 38?
I don't know. But yeah, he just wanted to be loved.
Yeah, it's a fucking crazy story, man.
It
Nick,
is super
oh my
crazy.
God, that was really good. That was
Thank
really
you.
great.
Thank you.
Definitely one of the best stories here so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should just delete all the other podcasts.
Yeah. Fuck Elisa. Fuck the Elisa Lam
Well, it's good, man,
episode.
because is this the first one you guys did on video, or?
Oh no. Well, we've been
Second?
shooting, but
This is second.
third actually. Yeah, but
Okay.
it's all the videos gonna go out on YouTube. I just
Nice,
haven't
nice.
had time, and yeah, that was
It's okay.
Yeah.
When's this one going up?
When I edit it.
Yeah.
We have like 4 episodes in backlog, so I gotta get on that. When I have probably this weekend, I'll edit everything and put everything out at the same time.
Yeah, word. Just fill it with a bunch
just
of
fill
bunch
it.
of episodes.
Yeah,
People can binge it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Ted Bundy confession tapes. Would you recommend that? Watching that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't really go too gory with it, so it's very like educational thing.
I hate
But like
education.
really, you get to hear the way he spoke and the way he felt about it. He always thought that just people didn't understand him. Like people
Yeah.
don't get it.
Mhm.
He would always say that like people don't understand me, or the way my mind works. Like I'm thinking about things in this way or this rational type of way.
Yeah.
So it was
Nice.
super weird. And then like when he finally broke out and just said this is how people would go about it. They were like, dude, this guy's got a mind for it.
He's more hands-on with his murder, I guess.
Yeah.
No bullets, no guns.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants no evidence.
Oh shit.
No trace and stuff like
he's
that.
fucking-
So,
he fucking planned it.
which is crazy to think that like a dude who never ever like the first one they said was so clean that he must have been planning it for like forever.
Yeah. He probably
That'd
vacuumed
be it.
everything.
You got to think about it this way: if he killed somebody for the first time when he was like 20, think about how long he may have been struggling with things in his head,
Yeah.
or just like
Since birth.
childhood issues, or
Birth.
yeah. And his mother still, like, to the day, believed that, like, to the day he got convicted, even after that, she was like, we still don't believe he did it. Like, he couldn't do something like this.
Yeah, because he's fucking living a second life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, fucking crazy. Wow.
That was a good episode.
That was a great episode.
Had fun, guys.
Yeah.
Dude, this was great. Oh my god. What do you think, Mike?
I think this is just a little advice for everybody. If you have your suspicions about somebody,
I'm looking at you, Mike.
you should
Yeah.
keep a second eye on them.
Yeah, always be aware, man.
Yep.
Like a chameleon, like look that way and
I
then the
see.
other one that.
Like if you're cross-eyed, you can just
Yeah, if you're cross-eyed,
Yeah,
then
keep
you're
your eyes on
perfect.
as many people as you can at one
yeah.
time.
Fuck. Well, what do you think, Nick?
It was fun,
What do
man.
you think?
I've never done anything like this before, really.
Really?
So it's great, and the fact that we get to work with you guys is awesome, and
Thank
love the way you
you.
guys
Really
are doing
cool.
things, and
love
could do
what
better.
what I'm doing. Thank
it's
you.
gonna go up from here, man. We got
Yeah,
nowhere to go
definitely,
but
yeah.
up.
Yeah, as long as people are listening, if like my grandma's listening, then I'll keep putting it out. you know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Love
man.
your grandma.
Love you, grandma.
Every grandma.
Yes.
Every grandma out there. Thank you to the grandmas.
All right. Any final words?
Do you want to?
Nick?
Let's let him end this.
We'll let him end
Ooh,
it.
I
Wait,
get to do the.
we're gonna set the mood. Let me put the music up.
Some 90s on.
Put some 90s on.
Oh, nice. All
yes,
right.
it's
you want.
copyright. All right. Well, there you go. I mean, that'll work. You think, or you want like other music?
I can't hear anything.
Put other music.
How about this?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear? Anything?
No, I'm not hearing it. I trust you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically eerie music.
Yeah,
scary.
yeah. But thank you guys for having me. I hope to do it again.
Yep.
If you guys
Yeah.
are willing to, we could always get
Yep.
it done again.
Always invited.
Again, if you guys ever want to check out our stuff, we're All Natural Toxins on Instagram. We're doing shoots all the time. We love to do fashion stuff. We'll probably get a shoot in if you guys are trying to do another one. I'll do some behind the scenes stuff for you,
Yep.
and
Totally.
hope to do it again soon,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you
Oh,
for having
man, Thank you.
Thank you. Fuck you, Ted Bundy. Bye.
Fuck you, Ted Bundy. Fuck you, Mike. Goodbye. Suck
Bye.
me.
me.